Whichever way you go, all I ask for, and again I will ask for, definitive evidence from Jesus claiming to be God.
Let's look at the evidence now.
Here you go. We've given you so much time to speak. You have dilly-dallied about. You haven't got to the point. You've already now admitted that Jesus is God by accepting the fact that he claimed to be God.
You see.
The Judeans replied, "You are not yet 50 years old. Have you seen Abraham?" Jesus said to them, "I tell you the solemn truth. Before Abraham's existence, I am." So he uses the emphasis, ego Eimi. It's not just I am Betty, I am this, I am girl, whatever. It is an emphasis, it is a title. Jesus knows what he's quoting there, so do the Jews. They picked up stones to throw at him, but Jesus hid himself and went to the temple. So let's go now to Exodus.
Betty, no, before you go there, go back to John.
Okay.
No, go back to John.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me, you know when I said to you that when they picked up stones, yes, he stopped conversation.
So, no, look, I tell you the solemn truth.
Betty,
I am exclamation mark. No, Shabir.
No, in the original there were no exclamation marks.
I am.
Okay, tell me.
It's clear because it's a title on itself. It's a title on itself.
You said ego.
It's a title in itself.
Now, Betty, I've allowed you to speak. Now listen to me. Was this in Greek?
It would have been in Greek, yes.
What do you mean it would have been?
Yes, it's Greek.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Greek, do you have these marks?
No, you are correct. But you can tell by the case. You can tell by the way it's written.
Let's have a conversation.
And you can tell by the context.
I hope you don't do the shouting like J. Smith does. Please don't do that
Shabir,
respectfully.
you agree with that?
No. Listen to me.
Yeah.
See, when you talk about word order, yes?
Greek has different word order, but you would know from the context.
He didn't interrupt you.
You would know
that.
You see, when you talk about the context also, I have no problem, okay? Like I always say, I always contend, the context is from Genesis to Revelation. I'm sure you'll agree with me. But now, one second.
Why did they pick up stones to stone him?
Let's have a conversation.
Here. In the Greek, it says then they picked up stones to stone them.
Betty, I appreciate what you believe. I don't mind, but I did say let's look at the evidence.
You're imposing on the text, Shabir.
I'm not imposing. You are insisting that it must be understood in one way. And all I am saying is, look, shall we look at it?
Let's look at it.
Okay? Now, I am saying to you, look, if these were not there in the original, you told me very clearly, it is emphasized.
I go Eimi.
One second. Yes? Now.
Referring to a title.
Now, okay.
Yeah.
Now tell me, what is the equivalent of ego Eimi in Hebrew?
I don't know.
What was Exodus written in?
Well, in Hebrew.
What does it say there?
It says in the English, I am.
What kind?
What do you mean, what kind?
We have got an emphasis here.
Yes, and it says it in the Hebrew as well. Let's go and look at it.
Now,
let's go look at it.
What we are going to let's go and look at it.
Because we're here.
No. I'm going to explain to you before we go there.
But in John 8:58, here you said.
Are we going 2 ways?
You said he was stopped in a sentence. Didn't you say that?
No,
Your theory is that Jesus was stopped halfway.
As he was
it
talking,
doesn't actually allow for that, folks.
Actually, it does.
No, it doesn't. Then they picked up stones to stone him. After
Betty,
he said,
is this how
I
you
am.
have your conversations all the time?
After he said, I am. Do you agree? After he said, I am, then they picked up stones.
You see, but here is the problem.
See, your whole idea just fell flat on its face.
I agree, but all I am saying to you, assess this. Yes?
I have assessed it, and I've just proved you wrong.
Can I just...
Shabir, no, look.
Betty,
I'm being totally serious. Look.
I know, but you're not allowing me to
I am. Shabir, we're not allowing each other to speak, okay? We're not allowing each other to speak. But Shabir, he said that I am, and then stopped, and he stopped halfway because they picked up stones. But it's after he said it.
Right, I am saying to you, where it is telling you that, and they are starting, now you must think here, you know when you said then, imagine this in reality, yes?
Yeah.
He's talking to me.
Pretend I say I'm
You are
Jesus,
talking to me,
and I say,
now, we are waiting.
You're the Jews who come to me, and you say, you have seen Abraham, so you're the Jew telling me you've seen Abraham, and I respond, I tell you the solemn truth, before Abraham came into existence, I am. So we're having this conversation. You're the Jews.
You're a Jew. What does that mean?
I'm
So
saying
I
to
say
you,
I am. How do you respond?
Here is how I'm telling you. If I started picking up stones, one second.
Get the sequence right.
But since it isn't there, you can't even prove me wrong.
I can prove you wrong very well.
Can I finish?
By the
Now, Betty,
context.
you see again, I allowed you to
Carry on,
speak now,
Shabir,
yeah?
carry on.
So they are picking up stones and he stops. And guess what? Look what it says then. They picked up stones to throw at him,
Yeah.
but Jesus hid himself.
Yeah.
One second,
Miraculous.
I see. The miracle element has come in.
They're both.
But if we go according to what you had said and what I had said, let's follow the logic of it.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that.
One second, Becky. Yeah, you have told me about how it was emphasized. Then I pointed this out, and you agreed with me. Now I'm saying to you, because you pointed out, then they picked up, like it was a sequence.
It is a sequence. It's right there. Everyone can see it.
It is a sequence. He says I am. They pick up stones because he said I am. That's why they picked up stones. They would not have picked up stones had he not said I am. And there's significance of what I am.
But can I say what I want to say? And maybe we will see whether you agree or not. So when it says the then, okay, I'm saying to you, okay, if they said then,
Yeah.
the natural sequence here is telling us that they have picked up something to throw at him.
And why?
One second.
I'm an English teacher. Believe me, that's
Why did they
not
pick up
what
stones
it-
to
it's
stone
not
him?
what
He's trying to tell us.
It's not what
Can I
it
finish?
implies.
I think he's trying to tell us.
It's not what it implies. I'm so glad you used the word implies.
What you said is not upheld by the scripture itself, Shabir.
Betty,
I'm
let
afraid.
us-
Not
let us
even
speak, let us
allowing me
speak,
to
let us
finish. And have you noticed you have pushed me 2 yards this
Sorry.
way? Yes?
Actually,
But I don't
I'm
mind.
getting crowded
She's being
in.
pushed from behind. There's a lot of guys pushing here.
No, I'm not pushing it.
There's no one behind you.
No one was pushing.
Look at all these guys pushing
I'm
here.
aware of the
questions
fence.
come, Jay,
Sir,
is
sir,
sir,
so
they're
don't
pushing
you
from
know,
behind.
I'm Shabir.
But I can see
I'm
you're.
Shabir.
I can see.
You got camera proof.
I can see you're bothered by it.
What I'm saying to you, if we take it according to the implication, yes?
Yeah.
If we are going to imply from this particular statement, there isn't anything explicit. We agree?
What do you mean isn't anything explicit?
Well, I'm going according to what you said. But
The thing that's explicit,
instead-
Jesus says, I am.
Yeah.
They respond really, obviously quite upset by what he said, and they bend down to pick up stones and then to stone him.
But Betty,
Because he
here is the
said,
issue.
I am. It's because he
Because
said,
you
I
say
am.
he said,
no, no,
I
no,
am.
no, no,
Okay.
no. I tell you
Can
the
I-
solemn truth. Before Abraham came into existence, I am.
Okay, now listen to me.
Then they bent down, picked up stones to stone him.
Right, that's how you want to believe it.
No,
Okay,
that's,
No, the sequence is
it's
pretty
very
clear there, sir.
folks. It's very clear.
I'm
It's
sorry,
there
just
in
pretty
the
clear.
scriptures.
You are?
Shabir, I'm Jay Smith.
Hi, nice meeting you, Jay. Yes? Listen to me. I am saying, Betty, look, the sequence here is what you want to believe as opposed to what the facts may be telling us. Now, if you allow me,
Shabir.
there you go again.
Sorry,
do you
sorry,
allow
go
us
ahead. Yeah, sorry, Shabir. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
I'm saying to you, watch this. You are not he at 50 years old. They are asking him, the Judeans. Okay? Have you seen Abraham? Jesus said to them, I tell you the solemn truth, before Abraham came into existence,
I am.
I am. Then, no, there was no full stop then. Okay? Then, according to you, they picked up stones.
No, not according to me. Then they
Sir,
picked up
Shabir,
stones.
everybody believes that.
Everyone. Then
But
they picked
Every
up stones.
exegete believes that.
What is the problem here? Are you
There's no
so-
problem here.
So can I?
There is a sequence here.
Okay.
The only reason they picked up stones
Jay,
was because
Jay.
he claimed to be God.
Jay, I would not interfere if you are telling me. Can you give me the same courtesy? Let me finish. I want to give you my point because it's patently obvious we are coming from different
Yeah,
points.
of course,
So allow us to
of course.
finish. Logic dictates that. So I ask you this. Oops, it's gone.
It's all right.
Miraculously,
Carry
I hope
on.
not.
Carry
Yeah? No, we need to go to the evidence. So let's see what it says.
Carry
yeah?
on. What-
So I'm
finish
saying
your
to
idea.
you, yeah, the question mark, the hyphens, the full stops, they were not there. But question is this. You know where it says here, yeah, then they picked up stones. Your reasoning is that they were stood there, the claim was made,
Like we're talking.
1 second, and then they took up stones to stone him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you notice here they were talking about slavery, and when Sarah and Jay were talking about slavery just
No,
now,
I'm sorry, and I don't want to
suddenly
divert anyway.
Suddenly the
If we
Muslim
can-
crowd, just when they said Islamic slavery, all the Muslims went woo like this.
I don't know, I wasn't there. There was a
reaction.
sorry.
She's telling you about the sequence.
I don't
This is
know.
the sequence.
But I-
Because of what I
Why?
said, they
because
reacted.
Sarah
You
and
see,
Jay
because of what Jesus said, they
of
reacted.
Islamic slavery, then they reacted.
It should be very simple. I know it's hard for you to
Issue.
understand. It should be very simple.
It should
Very
be
easy. It's
if
very
If I can,
easy.
since I'm speaking to two, I agree with you. It should be very simple. So how you guys have confused it, I don't know. But having said
It's
that.
not confusing.
Then
This is
you
as simple as
you can see only you three are laughing.
You're
But anyway, you are at
confused.
Trinity.
Everyone else is a Muslim.
But
That's
here
why.
is, no, I don't think so. But anyway, going back to this, you see, I am saying to you, and it's such a simple thing, okay? When he said, Abraham came into existence, I am. Now the question here is, what kind of I am did he mean? My logic tells me, well, according to the sequence, they have picked up stones.
before he said I am.
You are just manipulation.
I can't hear. Shabir, Shabir, Shabir. Listen.
Manipulation.
You're gonna.
Manipulation.
I don't see courtesy here.
This is
Listen. You have now given your talk. Let us give our talk. We have listened to you.
Excuse me.
You have listened to you. Your view is they picked up stones before he said I am.
You interfered,
Shabir.
number one. Number two, Betty doesn't seem to give me a chance to finish my
I've
sequence
heard
of
your
thought.
sequence about 10
You
times.
keep interfering, both of you. Are you married? No. Okay. Respectfully, I'm
We
saying
are brother
this
and
to you.
sister in Christ.
We are brothers and sisters
We
in
would love
Christ.
you.
It was a question.
Well, if
We'd
that is
love
the-
you to be
if
a
that-
brother one day.
If that is the case, allow me to at least speak. Okay? Now, can I just...
Are you going to say it now for the fifth time? We've heard you say it 5 times now.
What did I say?
You said they picked up stones before he said I am. No, he didn't.
No, I
it
didn't
comes
say that.
after
I
it.
didn't
The
say
sequence is important.
I said the sequence, if you look at it, okay? Here, when he said, then you emphasize,
Then they picked up stones.
1 second. They picked
After
up stones.
the fact.
Now, listen to me, and maybe, God willing, you learn, okay? I'm looking at the sequence according to the way it is. And then they picked up stones to throw at him, but Jesus hid himself. Now, logic is telling me, according to your understanding, just like the way we are here, okay? He was speaking. Where did he hide?
Wait, what about the I am?
It doesn't matter. That's how
We'll get to that. We'll get
And
to
he
that.
went
No,
out.
that's the whole thing.
He-
Hold on a minute. You're missing the whole point, Shabir.
disappeared.
Did he claim to be God?
Jay.
Did he claim to be God? Did he claim to be God? And what was it that said that claimed to be God?
debate together. Now they're
Because he
Let's
went back- because he went
You guys
back to
debate. You're
Exodus
correct.
3. He
I
went
think
to
you're correct.
Exodus
Betty, are you
3.
talking to
He went
me?
back to Exodus 3.
This is how you guys debate.
Listen, both of
Embarrassing.
you, and I respectfully...
Embarrassing. It's
Betty,
embarrassing. Jay,
take on a woman.
Jay.
Shabir,
She was doing
really
fine,
are
Jay.
manipulating the
Are you
text.
saying she doesn't have her own mind, Jay?
She has already... Ma'am, close the moment.
Let's have another Jay. He's not going to the next point. Let's try to have another Jay.
He's not going to the next point. Then it is subject to interpretation. No, it isn't.
I think it's quite clear, and I think my interpretation is upheld, not yours, Shabir. I'm
No
really
problem,
sorry.
but allow me to finish first.
Okay,
So I'm saying,
finish your
I'm saying
point.
to you,
What is your point?
where did he hide?
What, that's your point about Ben? That's your point about I am? Okay.
You can try and lie down this
From a biblical perspective, let me answer. Where did he hide? The Bible doesn't say where he hid.
Exactly.
No, it doesn't matter.
You even know here. Now I'm here. No, you're not. You're not pushing you.
No, nobody's
Brother,
pushing me.
can you
Nobody's
just...
pushing me.
Are you bothered by
Shabir, nobody's pushing anyone.
Are you intimidated by Beth? Does she intimidate you?
Respectfully.
That you have to keep pulling back?
Jay,
Are you having a problem with Beth?
Get out of here. Jay, I will tell you what. Sincerely, you've asked the question. I'm honestly surprised at the lack of intelligence you are showing.
Shabir,
Listen, you can ad hominem won't help you this time.
Ad hominem.
We have not used ad hominem today.
What? And what?
Ad hominem.
No,
I'm not
Shabir,
going
have
to
we used ad hominem yet?
I'm
no,
not
you
going
see,
to-
Jay.
Have we had used ad
You are
hominem
getting
yet?
emotional. Calm down. Now, listen to me.
Somebody
I said to you, Christian will hear me.
Shabir, you're-
No, Betty.
Okay.
Listen to me, just for 2 minutes. I'm saying to you, it's patently obvious. You first wanted me to read what
Yep.
it said. Now,
Was it clear
all
from the
I'm
context?
doing
Was
is
it
reading.
clear?
One second.
Yeah.
Now, I am coming to it and I say, right, it says he hid himself. Now, the assumption here is,
Because
okay,
he's God. Because he's God. He can do that.
we'll get to that stage.
Jay, question what he's asking.
Yeah?
Why did he hide himself? Because he was going to be killed. Therefore, he said, this is not my time. Therefore, he hid himself so he would not be killed this time.
You know
That's
why he
perfectly
hid
logical.
himself, Shabir? Do you know why he hid himself?
Now, look, you see.
Do you know why he hid himself?
Betty,
Do you know why he hid
do you want a
himself?
conversation?
Yes, I'm asking you.
Well, no, if you want a
Do you
conversation.
know?
You've done all the questioning, now you have to
Jay, respectfully, you just appeared before that
Do I intimidate you as well then?
Talk. Yeah? So, Betty, no.
Can you tell
Don't
me?
move to another
Can you
question.
tell me
Let's
why?
first
No,
deal
you
with
want to
this.
bring up the
So,
hiding. You want to talk about hiding?
I want to know where he hid.
It doesn't matter where he hid. He's
All
God.
right, okay,
He's God.
okay.
If God came to earth, could God hide?
Look,
If God came to earth,
my logic.
can he hide?
Betty,
Kenny, can God reveal himself or can God hide himself?
My logic is telling me
logic. Are you saying Allah is just logic?
1 second.
Allah, you're trying to put Allah in logic, human logic?
My logic here.
Allah's small then.
My logic, Betty.
Very small. Very small.
My logic is telling me, Betty, that you are. My logic.
We're having lots of Muslims who are joining in. Shabir. Have you noticed how many Muslims have jumped on us? And you're upset with me coming in.
Now
you interrupt 3 of them. Here they are still doing it. Shabir, be careful. Be careful. You have about 30 Muslims here helping you out. I'm the only one helping Beth out. Okay? So be careful.
Are you allowing me to speak?
No, you listen. You have a real problem with having to try to get to the
there in front of me.
Here you go. We've given you so much time to speak. You have dilly-dallied about. You haven't got to the point. You've already now admitted that Jesus is God by accepting the fact that he claimed to be God.
You see,
now you're going on. You're not listening to what Beth said. She gave you the answer, but you're having a hard time with that answer. You may not like that answer, but that's a perfectly good answer.
Okay. Now you notice, Jay, all I am asking to do is finish my point.
What is your point?
If you keep quiet and listen, maybe you learn.
Why do we have to listen for 5 hours? Why do we have to listen for 5 minutes to get to your point? Just tell me.
Shabir Ali. What's your last name?
Shabir Yusuf.
Shabir Yusuf.
Is he giving you nightmares?
Listen, Shabir. This is Speaker's Corner. This is Speaker's Corner.
Constitute assault.
All he's been saying is to...
Here we go, folks. Let me show you what assault is for Shabir. This is assault for Shabir.
No, I said it could constitute.
He's going to take me out in the Speaker's Corner and say I assaulted him.
Why don't you let them just talk, Jay?
Exactly, thank you.
Why just let them talk?
Right, listen, all I said is,
Let's all
where did
we'll all
he
keep quiet.
hide?
Come on,
So
Jay.
you said, well, he's God.
get this all the time.
And I'm thinking, okay, God hides.
Come on, Jay.
No, why? Shabir, a conversation is back and forth.
Yes,
You
but
made
allow
a
me to finish
statement.
my point.
Your point is, why did he
No,
hide?
it isn't.
You asked, why, what is your point?
I'll tell you, the point is whether
In one
I
sentence.
am constitutes
divinity.
divinity.
Yeah, okay, yes, it does.
That's what we
Yes, it
originally
does.
started for.
So why are you going on about hiding? Why are you going on about hiding?
No, because I am going according to your train of thought, which told
So
me
the
very
hiding, why did Jesus hide? Because his time was not yet.
I noticed that
Jesus needed to die on the cross. Jesus needed to die on the cross, okay? So the reason why he hid himself was his time was not right yet. So he was waiting for that time where he could die on the cross for your sin, Shabir, my sin and everyone else's sin, okay? So, but the fact is, oh well, that's sad. Then you're going to hell, sir. That's very sad. So he hid himself because his time wasn't right. That also showed his divinity because he did a miracle. I.e., they couldn't study. It's like he was standing here and he disappeared. But when he said, "I am," and if you look at the context, the flow of thought, before Abraham came into existence, I am. They reacted to that. Then they picked up stones to stone him. Then we go to Exodus 3, as you were going to.
Now,
Control yourself, Jay. Jay, control yourself. Let the gentleman respond in Hebrew.
So what would have been the word? So what would the word he would have been using in this case? No, that's the Greek. I'm asking what the word did Jesus use? It would have been Yahweh. So it would have been Yahweh at this time.
Brother Shabir, what did you have for lunch? Let's have a conversation, random one, yes.
So it was the word that Yahweh that he used that caused the problem, okay?
thank you.
Right,
My
so
point of
can you
view now.
respond?
I'm going to say apologies. I'm going to bitch. Yeah. Now look at this. Yes, we want to establish whether him using the word "I am" constitutes constitutes definitive evidence of Jesus claiming to be God.
One of the many. One of the
No,
many.
I didn't say that.
I'm saying that.
Well, look,
It's one of the many.
the original question was, when I was speaking to May and you came, I said, where does he definitively say he
All
is
through
God?
the New Testament.
And you brought up, I am.
That's one of the many. One of the many.
Did you notice? I was quiet when you spoke.
Oh, come on, Shabir.
Come on, give me the same. No, I'll tell you what, honestly, yes.
Are you telling me that when Muslims speak,
Come on, Christians.
when Muslims have a conversation,
This is
is this the way Muslims have a conversation?
Oh
so
my
someone
God.
preaches for 10 minutes,
Shabir,
then
look at you.
everyone's totally
Shabir,
quiet,
I'm asking you to be
and
quiet,
then suddenly the next person gets one little line in, then the person continues for another 5-10 minutes. Is that how Muslims speak in their home?
Actually, honestly,
I don't think that's how Muslims speak in their home.
You don't allow us to finish, but if I want to play the same game, it isn't going to be a conversation.
I want you to interact with me.
I'm trying to, but if you keep insisting you want to put your point all the time without allowing me to speak, it won't make sense.
But you take about 5 minutes to make your point.
Because you don't allow me to finish quickly.
That's not true, sir. That's actually not true.
Look, okay. Anyway, I am definitely does not constitute him claiming to be God.
Just make
Well,
your point.
let's prove
Now
you
look,
wrong.
there you go again.
Shabir, just
okay?
make your point. Let continue
If I
speaking.
can finish, okay? The reason, whichever way you go, all I ask for, and again I will ask for, definitive evidence from Jesus claiming to be God.
Let's look at the evidence now. You've asked for the evidence, I'm going to show it to you. So we go to Exodus, which you rightly wanted to go to.
Definitive evidence of Jesus claiming to be God.
This is definitive evidence, okay? So
No,
we go
no,
to
let me
Exodus
go
3.
again. Definitive evidence of Jesus claiming to be God.
This is why when Jesus said, I am, after he said that, the Jews reacted. They picked up stones to stone him. His time had not come yet.
What language
so he
would
hid
Jesus
himself.
be speaking?
So he spoke 3 languages.
He doesn't know.
What language would he be speaking in?
Well, if he's to be speaking to the Pharisees, it would have been Hebrew or
And
Aramaic.
what would be the word he would have used?
Well, Yahweh or Yeshua, which would be one of you say. So now Moses.
Can I just ask both of you? You are saying he would have used Yahweh. Are you definitely sure what he used?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
What did he use?
He's using Yahweh here.
been-
Because he's talking to Jews here.
In John, was he?
Because it's Greek.
John
in John
is written much later in
Excuse
Greek.
me. Excuse me.
Eimi is the word in Greek.
We were talking about John.
I am is the word in
In
English.
John, what did
That's
he
nothing
use?
more than a translation. But what would the name that he was
in
using?
John, what did he use?
So let's go to what
In
God
John,
says.
what did he use?
Ego Eimi in the Greek. But
Did
if
he
he was
use
speaking
Hebrew?
Aramaic or Hebrew, he would have said it in Hebrew
So
or Aramaic.
was he speaking Greek?
He was speaking Hebrew.
He could
It
be
was
speaking
written in
any
Greek.
language.
One second.
It's a translation of what Jesus
right,
said.
he was speaking in Greek. So
Why is this an issue?
Oh,
This is
here
not
we
an
go
issue.
again.
It's
Can
not
you
an
see?
issue.
Can you see the problem here is that what you are telling me is clear. It is clear that it is not definite. It's not definitive
It
for
is
sure.
definite he
Now,
was speaking
if it-
Hebrew.
Right. If he was speaking Hebrew, what was the? Can you translate
Yahweh.
the?
Yahweh.
Can you translate the?
Now Moses-
Can you, Jay?
It is Yahweh.
Since you are advising,
Yahweh,
let me ask you.
which comes the same word that we find in Exodus 3.
It's in Exodus 3. It's from Exodus 3.
In Exodus, it was in Hebrew. Yes.
Shabir,
One second. We are talking.
back
John,
up a minute and ask why would they have picked up
No, why
stones?
should I back up? You never allowed me
Why
to
would
back
they
up.
have picked up
right,
stones?
John, let's go for John. You talked about ego and me.
Yes.
No, one second.
Why do we
What's
know
the
that's divine?
Calm
We
down.
know
Oh,
that's
now can you see?
divine.
Jay,
We
Can
know
you
that's
see what's
divine.
happening?
We know
I just
that's
gave you a bit of
divine
your own medicine
because
and
of
you didn't
Exodus
like
You're doing the
3.
same thing now.
Okay.
We know
Now
it's
listen.
divine, Shabir, because of Exodus 3.
Betty,
The
he just
angel
told
of the
me
Lord
to calm down what I've been trying to do for nearly
Shabir,
20 minutes, so
Shabir,
now I will do it again.
Shabir,
Okay, here, Betty.
Shabir.
You see, you have lost it completely here
I
because
have not.
he's asking you a question
the one
about
that's
whether it is
excited?
in Hebrew, and you are saying, I don't know really. What you have basically admitted
Was he
to,
speaking
one second,
to
Betty.
the Jews?
What you have
He would have
admitted to
been
me
speaking their
is you
language.
really don't know what you are talking
He
about.
would
So
have-
maybe I should talk to Jay.
Yeah,
He seems to be aware. Okay, but you see
You
the
would
point.
have
The
been
point here
speaking
is.
their language.
The point here is, Betty and Jay, both of you, I will tell you this, that if he spoke in John, what language did he speak? According to you, it was Hebrew.
If
Correct.
you're speaking
Okay,
to the
if he's-
Romans, you spoke Greek. If you're speaking to the Jews, the Pharisees, it would be Hebrew. If you're speaking to just the lay people, it would be in Aramaic. He would have spoken all three languages.
So are you telling?
Here
Are you
he's speaking to
suggesting?
the
So are
Jews,
you
so he would have been
suggesting to
speaking
me
Hebrew.
that ego Eimi, when translated into Hebrew,
Yahweh.
into Hebrew is Yahweh? Is that
Let's have a look.
definitive?
Let's have a look.
Is
Let's
that
have a look.
definitive?
In this
Let's
case,
take a look.
it is Ego Eimi, is
No,
Yahweh.
I'm asking you,
That's
is that
why they
definitive?
picked up stones to stone him.
No, Jay,
You've
don't
gotta
tell
look
me
and
what
see
you
the
believe,
sequence.
Jay.
Look at the
Shabir.
sequence, which you don't want to do.
I've been trying to look at the sequence, but you guys kept on rudely interrupting, so I've decided to join your club. Okay,
You
so let's go
manipulated
for
the
it.
sequence.
Oh,
You said
well,
that.
if
You
you
said
can
they
do it, why
started
can't I?
bending down,
Okay,
picking up
let's-
stones as you were speaking.
Well, I allowed you, but watch what will
So-
happen now.
So that's
you
not
go
what
to
happened.
Exodus. In Exodus,
Yes.
where it says here,
So
can you
the
read it?
burning bush is not burning up, and he's surprised. This is also in Surah 2,
Was that also
Surah
in
20.
Eimi?
In
Was-
Surah 20, Allah, I guess in his entirety, was in the burning bush. I'm not quite sure how that works. But you have in Surah 20 and you have in
Betty,
Exodus 3.
we are talking about the Bible.
Yes, Surah 20 and Exodus
Betty,
3
Bible.
are God
Oh,
is
actually,
speaking from the
Brian,
bush.
Betty, Bible.
God is
Betty,
speaking from the
Bible,
bush.
Exodus
okay?
3.
So God is speaking
Exodus
from the
3.
bush.
Are you going to let her speak?
I'm just doing what
Are you doing the same thing? You're just accusing us also.
And now you know.
Are you now interrupting
now
her?
You know
Not
how
letting her
it is,
speak.
don't you?
Listen,
So
okay, then
God
I can now. Can we now talk when you speak?
God calls
Shabir, can we talk when you speak
Don't
now?
be rude. The lady
Can we talk when you speak? If you're now interrupting her, you got all set for us interrupting you.
You are talking
So you're doing the
louder.
same thing.
So God called
I want all the people to hear this.
within
Have you noticed the very thing he got upset with?
Jay, why don't you? Brother
He's
Shabir,
now doing the same thing.
Just to meet him.
You
Why
are being reasonable. Now he's gone funny.
Shabir,
Go on.
So God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses. And Moses said, here I am. God said, do not approach any closer. Take off your sandals off your feet, for the place you are standing is holy ground. That's what you do when God is present. He added, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Then Moses hid his face because he was afraid to look at God. Then the Lord said, by the way, Lord is Yahweh. Whenever you see Lord in capital letters in the English Bible, that's Yahweh, over almost 7,000 times. So Yahweh said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people who are in Egypt. I have heard their cry because of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. I have come down to deliver them from the land of the Egyptians and to bring them up from the land to a land as both good and spacious, to a land flowing with milk and honey, to the regions of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, and so on. Now indeed, the cry of the Israelites has come to me. I've seen how severely the Egyptians oppressed them. I will go and I will send you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. Moses said to God, who am I that I should go to Pharaoh, that I should bring the Israelites out of Egypt? He replied, surely I will be with you. I will be with you, and this will be a sign to you that when I bring the people out of Egypt, they will serve God on this mountain. Moses said to God, if I go to the Israelites and tell them the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they ask what is his name, and I say to them, is claiming the divine title, as you were just saying, what is his name? What should I say to them? So the way it's written in Hebrew, God is Moses is actually saying, tell me more about this name.
No, this is the important bit.
I'll tell you, you just said the
God
way it's
said to
written in
Moses,
Hebrew. Betty, you said the way it's written in Hebrew. I'll tell you what you do.
You see, it knows what you were going. You already read it. It knows it read it.
Would you let her finish her point?
Yeah, let her finish.
Let her finish her point.
Let her finish.
What is God's name?
Go ahead, read it
And
again. Keep buttered in.
What is his name? What should I say to them? Moses says. God said to Moses, I am that I am. And he said, you must say this to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you. God also said to Moses, you must say this to the Israelites. Yahweh, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, God of Isaac and Jacob has sent me to you. This is my name forever, the name that is to be remembered from generation to generation. Okay, so a number of things there. God is talking face to face with Moses. Second of all, this is his name to be remembered forever. Third of all, I am is very clearly, unequivocally God's name. And Jesus claims that in John 8:58.
No, that's just the English translation of it. Okay?
Thank you for clarifying what I was just
Because I'm
going to
English
ask.
and God speaks
Of course
English.
you are. But now I will go back to you. You wish. Yeah? I will go
I
back
wish
to
I
what
was
you
English.
said. I'll go back to what you said. You see, you said because in Hebrew it is this. Yes? Now can I kindly ask both of you? You know what it said? God said to Moses, I am that I am.
So the God of your fathers sent me to
sister.
you, and they
Now,
asked,
you
what
see-
is his name? What should I
Yeah.
say to them?
I am-
God
I
said
am
to
that I
Moses,
am.
I am that I am.
Can you tell me what it is in Hebrew, please?
It's Yahweh. It is a
No,
continuous
no, no,
on.
no. Can you just read?
I am. It's just I am that later on.
It's the meaning.
Look, I'm unaware here, so I'm asking you. I am. It said God said to Moses, "I am that I am." Now you said very clearly to me, and I heard it, that in Hebrew there are certain emphasis. Yeah. So I'm asking both of you. Can you just read that in Hebrew to me, please?
I don't
Yahweh
read Hebrew.
has
I'm
sent
English.
me to you.
No,
Yahweh
right. Listen to me,
has sent
Jay.
me to you.
Can you read that in Hebrew?
Yahweh.
Yahweh has sent me to you. I don't know Hebrew to say what has sent me to you means.
We don't need
I don't
to.
know
We're
Hebrew.
English.
Okay.
We're English.
Maybe in
I
Arabic.
agree.
And
I
God
agree.
of the Bible speaks
Betty,
English.
Betty,
Does Allah not speak English?
I agree with
Does
you.
Allah speak English?
Betty, I agree. Now you look,
Obviously not.
you see,
Obviously
the
not.
problem here is this.
He won't answer.
The
Does
problem.
Allah speak English?
The problem here is you both were emphasizing to me how now, as you said when you pointed out to her, what was the name Jesus would have used? And she said to you, I don't know. And you said it would have been Yahweh, Ego Ami. Okay?
Yeah,
so now,
it's all there.
But she clarified it.
So now the question is, you are entitled to your opinion.
Exodus 3, 14 and 15.
Now all I asked you, and I did ask kindly to you, what does it say in Hebrew? Now,
I'm not a Hebrew scholar. I am English speaker.
Can I finish? All I am saying to you is simple. Yeah? Whichever way you are looking at it, if you are saying, according to Jay, in John, he would have used Yahweh, Ego Ami. Okay? Now I'm asking you here, it says, I am that I am. Yes? What is it in Hebrew?
Yahweh.
That's it.
That's it.
What about Elohim?
No, it's not Elohim.
What is it?
Elohim is not the same as Yahweh.
What is Elohim?
Elohim is not-
just
is a
the
generic
general
name.
like God.
It's it.
like God.
the gods.
No, one second.
It's
one
like
second.
Allah is a generic name, Elohim is a generic name, but it's just, in English we say the term God. That's what Elohim is.
This
Although
one-
interesting,
Shabir,
Elohim...
we don't have the Hebrew Bible with us. Should we bring it next week? Are you going to be here?
Elohim also...
This is what
We
I
can
like
bring-
about Jay.
We can bring it next
Listen,
week.
Jay, I'm so glad you did, because you see, here, the term I am that I am is Ehia Asher Ahia. Does that sound like Yahweh
That's
to you?
Yahweh.
That is
Yes.
Yahweh.
How?
That's Yahweh.
How?
I'm saying it the English way.
is
I'm
Oh,
saying
right,
it the English
okay.
way.
Right, so what is
I am
what is
English.
this?
I refer
I am
to God as
Indian,
English.
but I'm speaking Hebrew.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
Betty, look,
Are
listen,
you
you've
telling
lost
me?
it.
No, I
Respectfully,
haven't.
you have.
Are you telling me
Listen,
that as an
I asked you a
Indian?
simple.
Are you telling me
one
as an
second,
Indian you
one
have to
second.
speak Arabic?
I asked you.
Are you telling me as an
Betty,
Indian you
guys,
have to speak
I'll
Arabic?
respond to you.
Because I'm English, I say Yahweh the English way. I don't say it the Hebrew way because I'm English.
Thankfully,
I speak English.
Thankfully, Betty.
As an Indian, I hope you could say
Jay,
your religion
you sound,
in Indian language.
Look, Betty, basically
As
it is
an
this.
Indian-
Yes, I am saying to you, Jay, unfortunately I
As an
can't come
Indian-
every week.
Actually,
But
that-
how about it? Shall we make a date in 3 weeks?
As the Indian,
Shall we make it
as
a week?
Shabir,
One
as an
second, Betty,
Indian,
I'm
3 weeks?
speaking to Jay. In 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
I'll be here in 3 weeks.
I
What's
will,
the date,
no,
3
let's
weeks?
make it. Have you got a thing?
Calendar.
Because I think he's right. Because then we can look at the source language.
we'll look at the Hebrew.
Yes, we'll look at
We'll
the
look at
source
the Hebrew.
language and
but
see
we will
whether.
also ask
Betty, one
accountable
second.
for Islam, i.e. who was
Betty,
in the bush?
Betty,
Was
the
Allah in the
subject.
bush?
Can we do
the
two things?
subject-
Shabir, can we do two things?
No, we'll do what? 2 things. One first, and then the second one. The first one is Jesus God, as the discussion we are having. Then we move on to the other. But now, one second.
This is the Hebrew. I've got the Hebrew. The verb form here is
finishing with 3.
eher.
What's Sunday?
That's what I said.
Yes. What does it mean? To be. Okay. So
the
when God
arrangement,
uses
Shabir,
verb
we
to
did our
express His name, He
24th,
uses in the form saying "I am."
I know
Did
that's
you
what I
just-
said.
Shabir, I just answered.
I did. You're right. But
Did you
Betty,
know it's
Betty,
in the
look,
verb
look,
form
listen.
to be?
Listen.
It's in the verb form in the Hebrew. I've got the Hebrew
yes,
right here.
I was
It's the
aware
verb
of
form
it,
to be.
Betty. You
Yes.
were not aware of
So
it.
he
Don't
uses
worry.
form I
It is
am.
6 o'clock now.
4. Yes.
We need
4.
to summer. But can you come back in 3 weeks on the 17th, right?
24th.
24th. Can we make a date to be here the 24th?
Okay.
And we will actually...
April?
April.
Yeah.
We will ask
24th,
questions of
there's a
Islam
wedding.
and
What about the week after? The end
What's the
of
date
the
of that
month.
one?
The week after is the 4th. It's the
Oh,
1st
have we?
of May.
Oh, then it'll have to be the Sunday after.
Okay, what's the date of that?
The 7th of May.
4th of May.
8th of May? Is it the Sunday 8th?
8th of May.
Jay, 8th of May?
I just want to
Yeah,
check.
look at it.
Have a look.
When
And
is
what
that-
we'll do,
when's that
I'll bring 2
conference?
ladders.
When's that
You be on one ladder, I'll be on a ladder.
No. Ladders means you will
You
just
get 5
stand
minutes,
and
I get
shout.
5
I'm not
minutes.
going to
We
do
need
that.
ladders.
5 minutes,
Why
5 minutes,
can't we
5
have
minutes,
it like
5
this?
No, we have
Why
ladders.
can't we have
Because you have a hard time listening to what she's saying.
She ain't
And, you,
gonna be
and
involved,
then you
it's you
interrupt,
and me.
then I interrupt. So
It's
why
you
don't we
and
have
me.
5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5
Betty's not
minutes?
going to be there. It's going
Let's
to be
do
me and
5
you.
minutes, 5 minutes, 5
Yeah?
minutes. Okay, we'll do it back
We'll
and
do
forth.
it like this. No
Okay,
problem.
But you
He
get
doesn't have
5
to be
minutes,
on the stairs.
no interruptions.
Because there's too
I
much
get 5
screaming.
minutes, no interruptions.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. But let's make sure to get the
But
right
what are
date.
you going to be
We're
debating?
going to debate on whether Yahweh is the name of God.
Just-
Yes,
what
no,
about-
no,
what
no,
about
it's Jesus
Allah?
God.
What about
It's
Allah?
Jesus
Definitive
God.
Are you not
evidence
going
of
to hold
being
Allah
Jesus.
accountable
That's the
too?
next one.
No,
Next one.
you need to hold Exodus. No,
We're going to be
Surah
we're going to be
20.
John
Surah
8:28.
20, John 8 and
Betty,
Surah 20.
Betty,
Surah 20 and
Betty, listen.
Surah 20
The subject matter.
and John 8.
Okay.
Surah
We want to add Surah 20
and
to
John
it.
8 and Exodus.
Listen.
We're going to ask
here is the
questions
problem.
of Surah
Jay,
20,
me and you agreed, we shook hands on it, and you are changing because you're insisting. That's not good, Jay.
We're debating on whether John 8:58.
I said
John 8:58. Does Jesus claiming to be God here?
No, I said
we are going to look at that.
Jay,
we're going to look and see whether or not that the Yahweh or the Ego Eimi or the I am of John 8:58 is the same as Exodus chapter 3.
And Surah 20. You need to hold Allah accountable, Jay.
Shabir,
all I said to you is simple.
You hold both gods accountable.
Central question with me also was, does Jesus definitively say
He does.
He is God? So
in Hebrew, he uses He uses the
40 in May. What day do we look looking
at? You are unbelievably brainwashed. But anyway, you see, Jay,
be careful, be careful. You are unbelievably brainwashed too.
Greatest of respect.
What was the question?
Well, Jay, all we are doing, no problem. 8th of May, God willing, we will come.
We'll get on 2 ladders. Because you want because you get a much bigger crowd that way. You get a much bigger crowd that way. You will go 5 minutes. I will go 5 minutes. There'll be no interruption. We'll having because listen, he spent most of the time saying we're rude. We're rude. You guys been yelling at our ear. You're rude. You're rude. We're hearing 15 guys behind us yelling at us. On the ladder, we will have much more control. Okay?
Yeah, you will.
We'll do it on control.
Okay, no problem.
And we will do it. You'll get 5 minutes. I get 5 minutes. Back and forth, back and forth. We're going to look at 2 things. We're going to look at John 8:58.
No.
We're going to look at Exodus 3. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
That's what we're agreed on.
I think you are being unfair.
I'm sorry. That's what we're going to look at.
Why? Wow. Jay, what are you afraid of? All I am saying, listen to
What
this.
are you afraid of?
I'll tell you.
Why is it you don't want to talk about this? Why does that scare you?
I'll tell you why. Because logic dictates to me that the Bible from Genesis to Matthew prophesies the coming of Christ. In the New Testament to the end of Revelation, it confirms according to you the divinity of Christ. So logic is dictating to me that if the subject matter
And the
is
Old Testament.
I just said that. Where does Jesus definitively say he
We're going to
is
show
God,
you John
then
8:58.
we'll,
We're going to talk about John
I will not
8:58.
restrict
And then we're going to go to we're going to look and also see whether or not God has come to earth in your Quran.
John 5:23 says, honor me, honor the Father as you honor the Son.
What is the date again? The 8th, right?
8th of May.
John
We'll see that.
5:23.
4 o'clock. Can you be here by 4?
4. I have to travel 250 miles. Can you be here?
Come a little earlier then.
2 o'clock.
No. Because we get off. We don't get here till 4 o'clock. I'm sorry.
3:30.
3:30?
Okay, 3:30 then.
Okay, 3:30.
We'll see you. John 8:58.
Look after yourself.
Surah 20.
And I'm not restricting it to John 8:58.
And John 5:23.
I'm going to go to John 8:58.
I know, but
I'm
you
going
are
to Exodus 3 for
restricted. I will
And
not.
then we're going to look at whether or not Allah
Then you can
enter time and space.
Any question you want as well if you weren't restricted.
Listen, do you come here pretty often? Shabir, do you come here pretty often?
I come once a month.
Once a month. Can we also do another debate on how did Islam begin?
No problem.
Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. How did Islam begin?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem at
that would be what I'd rather do. Because everybody, no one's asking this question. How did Islam begin?
Jay, are you telling me?
We'll do 2 debates on the 8th.
Exactly. Let's keep it to the 2. And if we want some more, no problem.
How did Islam begin?
God bless.
God
No
bless
problem.
you.
We will do that to the next one.
Thank you.
Look after yourself, Betty.
And don't
And not brainwash yourself again.
And don't be insulting, Shabir. Do not insult.
No.
Do not insult.
I would not do that.
That
I
is
would not do
offensive
that.
because you're.
What is more
If
offensive
you
is
say
when
I'm
you don't allow me to finish.
If you say I'm brainwashed,
No,
then you're
that's just
saying
an
that I'm
opinion which
stupid.
is wrong. No.
Yeah,
You are an English teacher.
As somebody who's
Not anymore.
You used to be an English teacher.
Not anymore.
Then you are saying that if somebody
Yes,
innocently
it is.
says
As
you are
an English,
brainwashed, it's
yes,
offensive.
that is
It's offensive.
Deeply offensive.
No, you are misinterpreting the Bible and you are
No, it's
misinterpreting
because you're
language.
saying because it means you're saying that I haven't used my brain.
Now you're
Is that what you think?
insulting.
That's what brainwashed
No.
is. Brainwashed means people are not thinking,
No.
and it means that they are not. They have not made a decision.
Okay, Betty.
I am a Christian, and I've rejected Islam
Betty,
because I've used my mind.
Betty, respectfully,
So,
if
don't
that is
call
how
me
you took it,
brainwashed,
if that is how you
okay?
took it, I take it back.
Thank you.
But the way I took it, I mean it. You're brainwashed. Shabir, God bless.
It's just saying you got the wrong idea. And you talk over people constantly.
Oh, listen, you guys were yelling the whole time. We have to. We get heckled every day, every week. Shabir is a gentleman, but you need to get the big, thicker skin for Speaker's Corner.
God bless.
God bless you.
To see more videos like this, subscribe to Titans TV down below. Thanks.
Django. The greatest darky that bite with shark teeth and hate malarkey. Who you? The greatest heartbeat, ancient Egypt. Egypt is a meat, ancient 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 Egypt is a meat, ancient